Hi Leo, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-March 2024 love reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have from us, it's what I call the bridge and gap spread. And the way it works is we'll get the past, present, and future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well with some additional insight that's where the bridge and gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be your friends, and the cards on the left is your energy, and the cards on the right is the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so I'll fold out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Ace of Cups. So to me, this says in the past you just came to realization that you had feelings for this person. So to me, this says that you might have been linked together in a more casual sense, maybe friends or just casual acquaintances, colleagues, right? And then you might have come to the realization that you were starting to have feelings for this person on a romantic level. All right, past energy on their side, we have the King of Cups. So this is Scorpio energy here, and that says to me that most likely they reciprocated those feelings, but they might not have necessarily expressed that to you. They might have been more concerned with trying to feel you out and see if you felt the same way. And given that we do see the cup there as well, right, it could just be saying that maybe even the two of you might have come to this realization had you gone out together for drinks or something like that, right? So that could have been what initially sparked it anyway. All right, present energy on your side, we have the Five of Staves. So this is actually a Leo energy here, but Five of Staves can usually point to a bit of a competitive energy where there might be a clash where people are approaching things from different angles and not necessarily seeing eye to eye. And if we look at the artwork in this deck in particular, it looks like the masculine energies. Well, let me see if we can get it to focus. So yeah, the masculine energies look like they're smiling and a bit more playful looking, whereas the feminine looks like they're not very amused, right? So it could just be one of those things where maybe you were trying to flirt with them in some way, and it might have come across the wrong way, and it might have actually bothered them. But I don't think you meant anything by it. And it could also just be saying that maybe you feel like there's a lot of people competing for this person's attention. All right, present energy on their side, we have the Seven of Swords. So this is Aquarius energy here, which is opposite Leo, of course. So it could just be saying that they might actually have a tendency to push people away. And the reason I say that is we see all of those swords set at the table, right? And then there's no one present at the table with this person. So it could just be one of those things where, like I said, he might have said something where he meant well by it. And then for whatever reason, they just have this tendency to push others away. So that obviously could have caused a clash in the energy between the two of you. All right, future energy on your side, we have contemplation. So this is the equivalent of the Hermit in traditional tarot, which is Virgo energy. And it could just be saying that after the situation in the present, you might withdraw off a little bit, but I feel like you'll still be trying to figure out exactly what approach would work best with this person, right? So I feel like you might still view them as a bit of a mystery, but still have the interest to where you would want to eventually come back around to them. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the Page of Swords. So yeah, to me this is that in the future they might come forward to communicate with you guys, and if we look at the way they're holding the sword, right, it looks like that's not the most wise way to go about doing it. So it could just be one of those things where they might just struggle with communicating, especially when it comes to their passion, right, given that we see them holding the candles there. So yeah, it could just be one of those things that could have been what was at issue, right? So maybe when the two of you were just relating on the more friendship level, things might have seemed to flow more smoothly, but then once it started to move toward a romantic direction, they might have actually started to struggle from that point. And if that's the case, like I said, it looks like they will make an effort to work around that, but it looks like it still might be a bit of an issue for them for a while. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Four of Arrows. So this is a Libra energy here, and there's actually going to be a Libra full moon eclipse toward the end of March, so could be pointing to that timeline potentially where this stuff might start to take place. But yeah, usually this is energy that points to healing, so yeah, it could just be one of those things where, like I said, maybe you guys had that initial clash, and given that in the future it looks like they'll be trying to work on expressing themselves better, that might be when you could work toward healing the situation. All right, and bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Ace of Swords. So yeah, if we even look at this artwork, it looks like it's a little bit harsh with the communication, right? So like I said, it could just be one of those things where they have that realization that for whatever reason, when it comes to trying to relate on a more romantic level, they might have an abrasive way of communicating with people that intends to push them away. Like I said, it looks like they will try to work on that. And it looks like you'll still have the mutual interest, so there's at least a potential for things to pick up in a positive way in the future. But we'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll see what we get from the Messages of Oracle card deck. Just going to pull a single card from this deck. Got one there. And next we'll see what we get from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Same situation. That's going to pull a single card from here, and then we'll read the messages from both cards together and wrap the reading up with that. Okay, and got one there. So from the Messages Love deck, we have Obsession. Let's see if we get that to focus. Here we go. It says, someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. So yeah, interesting there. I will say it doesn't necessarily seem like either side has that energy. Although, like I said, it looks like, for me, it seems like you make that initial approach and expression of your feelings. It doesn't seem to go over well, and then you seem to withdraw and still think about this person, but I didn't necessarily see it in an obsessive way. And like I said, it seems like, at least for the time being, this person still has a bit of an issue where they push others away. But yeah, it's certainly possible that either you or they could be thinking about each other a lot, but the communication part seems to be the difficulty. So let's see. All right, we also have Soulmates. This is the artwork, and the number is 41. So let's see what this has to say. All right, the relationship message says, consider love in the deepest sense, love so powerful that you will never be the same, regardless of how long a relationship lasts. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude or break you open so you will finally claim who you were meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who is being rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate, come to guide you home to the real you. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there, right? I would say that might be more of a thing for the person on the right, because like I said, it seems like they come to this realization that they do tend to push others away when it comes to expressing themselves romantically. And like I said, it looks like they will start the process of trying to work on that and improve that. And like I said, for you, it looks like you would make that initial approach, and then from there, more or less, just sit back and still think of them, but not necessarily. It doesn't like you would make another approach at that point. So it looks like the ball will be in their court. But like I said, it looks like there's potential for growth. Seems like there needs to be a little bit of patience, which is an interesting area. He's got that message as well, to an extent, as far as the patience part anyway. And that makes me think of the fact that you guys are going to have Mercury retrograde in April in Aries, which is a fellow fire sign. So it could just be saying for the fire signs, especially, you're going to have to be a little bit more patient, given that Mercury is going to be in a fellow fire sign, and that could impact communication. But hopefully that resonated for you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.